So I just want to show you how you can easily create your pin with the help of n8n. So we will be using this to populate our Pinterest automatically with trending pins. Trending pins will be based on the keyword research that we're gonna do. So there are a few things that we will need in order to run this automation. So we will need n8n. Here I'm using the self-hosted n8n. As you can see, I'm hosting it in my VPS. So I will show you guys how you can set up this in your VPS just using a cheap service, just $5 a month, or you can set this up free in your local computer. I'm gonna show it to you as well. So just hang on to this video because you will learn a lot of things here. Now, as we know, Pinterest is quite strict, and at the moment only make.com is able to integrate with Pinterest. So as you can see here, we will be using the free credits in make.com just to execute and post our pin automatically, because here in make.com you will have 1,000 operations free. So those 1,000 operations, we will just use it by posting Pinterest, and all other processes will be done using n8n, because here n8n, it is unlimited and it's very powerful and so easy to use. Once you start using this, you won't be using any other automation tools. So now, to make this video not too long, I already created the blueprint. So this is what you're going to do. So guys, I'm going to show you the workflow first, and then after that, I will show you how you can set this app on your own. Now, when you have your first installation of n8n in your VPS or in your local computer, you will see this view. Then you're gonna click this Start from Scratch. Now here, you can create your own automation. It's really simple. But for the purpose of this, since we are going to utilize to create Pinterest pins, I already prepared the blueprint. So what you're gonna do, you click these three dots right here and click this import file. So we're gonna import the file. It's available in the description below if you wanna use that. So just import that. Once you import that, you will see these 6 steps right here. The first thing that we want to change is the connection of our Google Sheet. All right. I'm also going to show you how you can create a service connection. So because the first time when you don't have a connection here, you will need to create a connection to your Google account. So when you click this create new credential, we will need a service account, which I'm going to show you. It's very easy to set up. So just keep on watching, guys, since I already have it. How here it is connecting to my Google Sheets, because it's the same account that I used to create a service account and the same account I used to create my Google Sheets. All right. So make sure you watch this because I'm going to show you how you will be able to get access to your Google Sheet in n8n by using service account. So first of all, here we're going to populate this with keywords that we want to create pins, because Pinterest is quite effective, especially when your niche is all about body transformation, weight loss, or anything related to health. It will help you to at least get some Amazon sale, just like what I'm doing right here. Although not all these Amazon sales came from Pinterest, some of them, maybe 20 to 25% of the sales came from Pinterest traffic. As you can see, in this period, we accumulated almost 6,000 revenue. I know the commission is quite frustrating, but don't think about it. As long as we are able to make this amount of sale, we can also apply this to other affiliate network that provide larger and better affiliate commission. Now, going back to Pinterest, the first thing that you want to do is create a board right here. So our board, our topic now will be about meal plan calories. So I'll just go ahead and pick these meal plan calories and then click on create. That our board is created right here. We're now ready to create our first pin. But first of all, why we select this niche is because here when you go to SEMrush, and let's go to a keyword magic tool. If you want a free trial of SEMrush, you can check the link in the description below. This gives you 7 days of Guru plan, which is really helpful. And here in the C keyword, we're going to type meal plan. All right. And then click on search. And you will see right here, you're going to have this 1,200 calorie meal plan, 1,500 calorie meal plan. So the trick that we're going to do here, we're going to modify this and include calorie meal plan, and then click on search. And look at this, guys. These are unlimited content with different number of calorie and the meal plan itself. AI can really do a good job creating our content and our Pinterest pin right here, which I'm going to show you easily so that you can attract lots of traffic, send that to any affiliate network that you are associated with to earn your commission. So I'm going to copy all this. I think these are all different. So let's just choose maybe 10 just for this example. But if you're going to execute this in real life, for me, I'm going to execute this. I'm going to at least create 100 pins or 500 pins, but not in a day. I'll have to set a decent gap to avoid being marked as spam or fraud. All right. So let's get some few example, maybe 5 of them. So these 5 different calorie plan. I'm going to copy this. Now I'll open my Google spreadsheet right here. So let me just create a use sheet because I will only need this right here. and I'm gonna paste that in sheet number 1, which we are gonna use in our automation. All right, just like that. And here we're gonna all mark this as pending, just like that. Once it's all pending, so you can populate any number of keywords here to run your automation continuously. So you can have 100 keywords or 500 keywords here and set your automation to run every 2 hours or 3 hours. Depends on you, the frequency of how you want to create pins. Now, after you have all this, you go back to your n8n workflow right here. So since I already set up the service account, as I mentioned earlier, which I'm going to show you after this, I am able to select the document right here, the meal plan document. And of course, the sheet that we will be using is sheet number 1. All right. Now, here we're going to use a filter. We will filter the column name status, and we will only get pending keyword. And here we toggle this return only first matching row. So we will process 1 keyword at a time. So that's the change that you're gonna do here. So this workflow, you don't have to change any settings, but you have to change the value. So here I am using Article AI generator just for simplicity, because I am creating a content as well as the Pinterest pin. So here, if you go to Article AI generator, they have this API key, which you can use in your automation. So you just need to populate your secret key. So in my case, I am populating that right here. So the username, the secret key, and the keyword. So the keyword will be dynamic. It is getting from the Google Sheet. And here, very important, we will generate image, and the image size will be 9:16, optimized for Pinterest. So the changes that you will do here is the secret key of your own Article AI generator and the username. So if you don't want to use Article AI generator, you have to configure it the way other content provider based on their structure. At the moment, it's not covered in this video, but we can do that in some other time. For the purpose of simplicity of this video, I'm just continuing with Article AI generator. Now, once you change the value of this, so again, you don't have to touch anything here as is, just change your username and your secret key. And the next thing that you will do is post that to your WordPress. This is a very important tip, guys. You cannot do direct linking of Amazon affiliate link in Pinterest. You will get banned instantly. So here we will be using a WordPress, and this is what we're gonna do. So in Amazon, our niche is this one, calorie meal plan. So here we will redirect all the traffic to this homepage, calorie meal plan. So once you have this search query, we will get the link. We will be using single link for all our Pinterest pins. That's the easiest way to acquire sales, so that they will be able to just select whatever type of calorie plan they're looking for. Now I'll take this get link. Once I have that link, I'll just save this somewhere that I can access later. And in your WordPress, this is what you're going to do. So you will create a new category based on the niche that you're going to create. So as you can see here, I've got different category style. They're going to different Amazon offer. So here, I will name my new category as calorie meal plan and add category. So I'm going to need this name later. Now, the next thing that I will do is go to settings and install this ad inserter. If you haven't installed it in your WordPress, make sure you install this. And you can see here, I'm using different block right here. So I will use a blank section, which is this block number 10. You can see these are all red. That means I am already using them. So this one is free. So I'm going to paste my Amazon link right there. But I have the mock-up of button right here. So I'm just going to grab a copy from the previous tab and use that in my new tab, just like here. So this is a button to be able for them to take and go to that Amazon offer. So check, I'm going to name this as check meal plan in Amazon. All right. Now you cut this and replace that href with your new link right there. And here in black 10, the configuration will be, we have to click this list and we have to whitelist the category where we want to include this button alone. So you will see it once I created the content. So here, make sure you change this to tick. So just click and it will change to tick instead of X icon. And take this, it will allow you to select the category. So here, I'm just gonna select my newly created category, which is right here. All right. And then save settings. So every time I create content with the calorie meal plan category, I will have this Amazon link. Now, going back to the automation right here, this WordPress post, I am using the service of circuitai.online. So this is a free automation helper. So just head over to circuitai.online, create an account, and once you have the account, go to credentials. Now in the credentials, add your WordPress. So you just need to add your WordPress right here and your WordPress URL. And then if you have the editor role in your WordPress, add it right here, the username and the password. or even your admin account, you can use that if you want. This is safe website, so don't worry guys, nothing will happen in your account. So I've tried this and a lot of people using this, and it's very safe. So once you have the credential right here, you will be provided with this identifier. So this will be the unique number that you're gonna add in your n8n WordPress post right here. So three things you need to change in this step: the WordPress post, the identifier, and then your circuitai.online username, which can be found right here. Alright, so this is different from article AI generator username. Alright, now coming back here, so everything else already set, you don't have to touch because it is set. What you just need to configure is your identifier and your username. And here, you're gonna change with the name of your category right here. So make sure you copy the correct category. So I'm just gonna go back to my categories right here. And here, copy exactly the name, calorie meal plan, go back to your n8 and paste that right there. And that's it. All your content, all your posts will be going to that category. Now, almost there, we will need to test this. And this is an important step. Send to make webhook. So we are sending the WordPress URL, the pin image, and the post title, which will be processed here in our make.com. I'm going to provide this as well. So in make.com, when you create this, you need to copy the hook here, the hook URL. So just click this copy address to clipboard, and then in your n8n. So here in this step, send to make webhook, you just need to update this URL. So that's the only change you need to do in this step right here. Everything else you can keep as is. All right. Now, after that, this last step will just update your Google Sheet to done. So the next time automation runs, it will move to the next keyword and this content will be created. So make sure the correct document is selected right there and the correct spreadsheet. So that's the change that you're going to do here. And I'm going to show you how you're going to create your service account. Just 1 second, we will need to create our first pin. So basically this last step will just mark the status as done. So in next time automation runs, it get to move to the next keyword. I think that's it. Our automation is ready. Now, when I click this execute, it will now create my WordPress post as well as the Pinterest and the link going to our Amazon affiliate. So now let's execute this. Well, before that, here in the receive pin, all right, make sure you select the correct board. So you have to authenticate your Pinterest account, and here everything else, again, it's set up if you're gonna use this. So here it's coming from the webhook, it's coming from the n8n data, the pin image, title of the post, a description, and the alternative text. And here we're gonna select this with the newly created board, which is meal plan calories. All right, so everything will be added inside that board. So click on save, and here, if you want to run this, make sure you toggle this immediately as data receives. That means when we run our process from n8n, the moment it receives the data, it will be processed right here and it will create our pin. So I think we're ready to run our first pin to be created. So make sure you save this and let's run the automation of n8n. So you can see here, it's gathering the first keyword. Now it's creating the article and the Pinterest image. Out here, we are processing the WordPress post and everything is ticked. So you can see here, you're all successful. Let's check the Google Sheet. So you can see here, it's marked as done. Now let's check our Pinterest. We should now see a new pin right here. Let me refresh. Great. That's it, guys. That's our first pin right there. And if we click this, so this is the 1200 calorie meal plan. And what's good about this, it has the link. We did not add the Amazon link directly in Pinterest. Keep that in mind. Otherwise, your Pinterest will be banned forever. Make sure you add the link to your website. So click visit. And this is the exact post that also get created in our n8n automation. So you can see right here and look at this, check pricing in Amazon. So when you click this, you will see here exactly 1200 calorie meal plan. So that's exactly the query that we add, and we will have the tag. So that means we are using our own tag. And once someone purchased anything from here, the commission will go to our account, Amazon account. So that's the workflow, guys. Again, another configuration in n8n that I want to show you because this is a manual process. So you're gonna add a new step right here. So you're gonna replace this. This is the trigger. This is a manual trigger. That's why I was able to trigger this. But if you want to leave this running, I'm gonna set this up to cron instead of manual trigger. So I'm just gonna delete this and add a node. All right. So here we're gonna have schedule trigger. Right here, we're going to select that, and in the schedule trigger here, you can set frequency, how frequent you want your automation to run. So here, this is so that the safest way so your Pinterest account will be safe is every 4 hours. All right. So you trigger that every 4 hours, and that's the configuration you only need to do. And this one right here, connect that to the first step right here. And that's it. You're gonna save this, and you'll have your automation running. Every 4 hours, you will have a new pin, new Pinterest pin right here, and you will have your new WordPress post every 4 hours. So again, look at this calorie meal plan. When you click this, all right, we have this check in Amazon, a large button right here, so that it's emphasized, so people will be able to click this and go to your Amazon link, and hopefully they purchase, and the commission will be right in your account. Now, I'm going to show you how you will set up your own n8n if you want to use your own VPS, which is just $5 a month, or you can run it locally. Suppose your computer, your laptop is always online. You are not shutting down your laptop. That's also a good way, but you have to think, either you want to replace the resources of your laptop, you want to exhaust your laptop and your electricity, adding continuously for 30 days, or you can set up a VPS just for $5. So this is how you're going to do it. So you can go to this website called petsnerd.com. I'm not an affiliate of this, or I'm not running any paid promotion. So I'm just using this for the purpose of this video. And if I want to create PS, because it's one of the cheapest I found. Now you're going to add a server, and you're going to select this EU Central. That's the cheapest you can find. And just simply select Ubuntu, all the default option, and select ARM64. It doesn't matter even if you select x86, and just select this very first CPU right here. So it's just 3.62 euro. I'm not sure how much if you convert that to dollar, but I don't think there's a big gap right there. And that's all the configuration you need. So click this create, and you can see here, once it got created, we'll just copy this and open your terminal. You just need to type SSH root app and then paste the IP address. Now the password is sent to your email, so you just need to access your email, paste the password, and now here it will ask you to change your password for the first time. So just paste again your current password, and here type your new password. Alright, once your password has been set up, go to this right here, this website, the installation guide for Docker. So we will be installing Docker. We will install n8n via Docker, alright? So here, this goes straight to this one, starting n8n. So here, we're gonna copy this and run that in your VPS. And if you don't have Docker installed, it will prompt you some instruction to install the Docker. Guys, I'm gonna delete this because there is an image that we can use directly with the Docker. So let me just delete the server, and I need to add it again. So here, the same thing, we're gonna select this. And here in the OS images, instead of just selecting Ubuntu, go to apps. And here, install this with Docker CE, all right? Now, that's it. Again, create and buy now. So same process, you're gonna have to update your password. So it's in your email once you set up a new VPS server. Now, this has already Docker, so we won't be having the same error. So we can go straight to this starting n8n. So actually, guys, you don't need to run exactly follow this because it will result to some error in your n8n. I already found the solution for that, so we won't be going to anywhere. So this is the command that you're gonna run, all right? I will be adding this in the description below. So you just need to replace with the new IP, this one, these two, just replace it with the IP of your server right here. Now, let me copy everything. So just copy this and come back to your VPS terminal. So just paste that right here directly, hit an enter. So just wait for a few minutes. So after that, that's done. So to access your n8n, so this is the URL, your IP, and then the port will be 5678. Now copy this and load that in your browser. So this is the first screen that you will see once you have the fresh setup of your n8n in your VPS. The same screen that you will see also in your local when you set it up. I'm going to show you later. So let me just log in or create my new account. And that's it. We have created our n8n. So click on get started. So you can skip this license. And here you go. That's your first setup of your n8n. Now I'm going to show you how you can set up your Google Console Service account. Click this start from scratch. So as we did earlier, we're going to import the blueprint that I provided in the description below. So click this import file, and this is the same step that I provided you. So you will notice right here, we've got the indication here because we don't have the service account yet. So double click this, and here, click this create new credential. Now click this service account, and we will go to Google Console dashboard. Here in your Google Console dashboard, the first thing that you will need to do is here in the search, type in Sheet right here and select the Google Sheet API. Because I already enabled it, so it's enabled for me. But in your case, you will see a button that says Enable, so click on Enable. Now, the second step, again, in the same search bar, search Drive. All right, this Google Drive API, same thing, you just need to enable it. Once both Google Drive and Google Sheet are enabled, so here, click this hamburger menu and you will see right here the APIs and services. Click this credentials. Now, this was the service account I created earlier. I'm going to create a new one for you. So just click this create credentials and choose service account right here. And you're going to name your service account n8n VPS. Now, it will generate the email address right here. We will use that later and click on create and continue. Now, in the permission, make sure you select owner. All right, it's very important. Select owner and that's it. Click on done. All right, our service account is now created. So this is that service account n8n VPS. Now, like this, inside that service account, click these keys and click this add key and create new. Now, make sure you select JSON and click on create. It will download a JSON file, which we will open. Okay, so it's the JSON file that we will be using. So first, this is the email address. So copy this email address, go to your n8n settings and paste the service account email right here. And now we will need the private key, which is also here in the same JSON. But make sure you format the private key right here because it is using this \n. So you're going to copy all this, everything till the end. So scroll to the right. It's quite long and copy till here without the double quote. Open a blank notepad right here and paste that. And we will need to remove this. So you're going to copy this string, the \n and that to Control F and make sure you toggle the replace and rig blank. So again, \n and then place it with blank and then replace all. So you will see remove everything. Now, the next step is you can see right here the begin private key. Make sure you go to the last dash and click enter once. So the begin private key, this whole thing here will be at the top and scroll down. You do that also here at the bottom. So in the beginning of this first hyphen, click on enter and then it will be right here. And that's what you need to copy. So everything until here, copy this, go back to your n8n. That's what you need to copy here in the private key, paste that right there. And that's it. Now click on save. You will see that the connection will be successful if everything is correct. Click on save. You'll see connection tested successfully. So that means you successfully created your service account. Now the last step, copy this and every time you create a new spreadsheet here under the same Google Console account, Google account. So I'm using the same Google account. Every time you create a new spreadsheet, the configuration that you need to do is click this share. And here, the email that you copied, the service account email, you need to paste it right here. And that's it. When you paste that, make sure you set it to editor so you can untick this notify people. Click on share, this one here, click share, and that's it. You're now sharing it to the service account. So do that every time you create a new Google spreadsheet here in your account. Now going back to our n8n. So now it's safe, you can close this. You will notice here, look at this. You're able to see this one, meal plan, okay? So it says from list and you can now select meal plan and then this one right here. And the configuration will be as is. So if you want to test the connection, you can just click on execute and there you go. Yep, it's getting the pending status right there. So the same settings that you will do here in the last step. So just choose this same service account right there and it will load by itself. So make sure you choose your meal plan. So that's the name of the spreadsheet. Select that and it will automatically load all the values and the keys that we set earlier. So you can click execute, but it will mark it as done. So don't do it. Just execute it in the second row. So look at this. So the warning icon disappeared. That means at the top. And you can proceed again, the same thing that we did earlier, changing the username based on your Article AI generator username, changing the secret key, and also the WordPress post. Here, changing the username, changing the identifier, and changing the category name right here. That's it, guys. So that's how you're going to set up in your VPS. Now, if you want to run that locally, it's very simple. The only thing that you're going to change here, remove the n8n host and the webhook URL. So right here, these two, you're going to remove. So make sure you remove it correctly and just keep this configuration. All right. So run that in your local. So I'm just going to do that now. So here in my new terminal, so I'm just going to paste it right there. Reminder, guys, before you run this, again, before you run, since this is our local computer, you're going to have to download Docker Desktop right here. So click this Docker Desktop, download that in your Windows or in your Mac before you run this command. All right, so let me run that command because I already have the Docker installation. Let me run this in my local. You will see here the same installation doing in your local computer, the same thing as it did in our VPS. Only difference is this is our local, so you will see it once it's completed. And when you see that everything is complete right here, remember earlier how we ran in our local using the IP right here. Now this time we just gotta replace it with localhost. So So this is how you're gonna do it. Localhost, and then the port will be 5678. Now hit on enter, and there you go. You now have your localhost set up. So when you're not shutting down your computer, you can install n8n in your local machine for free, okay? So ref for free without paying to VPS service. And the same thing, you can just import the file that we imported earlier. So just fill this up and create the same service account. You don't have to create actually another service account. You can reuse your service account here just by populating the same data right here, the same details. The important thing is the client email and the private key, and that's it. You can run the same thing. So I think that's what I want to cover in this video. And if you have more questions, just leave in the comment below. And all the things I've used, the n8n JSON and also the make.com webhook, it's all in the description below. You can just download it and set up for yourself, or you can just follow everything. If you're familiar with automation, you can create it your own. All right, I just gave you some idea on how you can proceed. That's it. I see you in the next one.